Hello everybody, First Month is here. This is another video which I never thought I will do it again, and it's about choils on knives. Uh, this video is based about my knowledge, my skills, and simply what I know about knives, how I use personal knives. So this is no offense for anyone. This is about my personal feeling, things, how I work with knives. But I've seen many another videos, many thoughts about why to have a choice, especially on short knives, which somehow is understandable, but I think there is a misconception still. I think so. So that's why I do this video, and it's up to you if you say something, something what enlighten me for my something I don't know. But of course, somebody works with different knives in different ways and everything. So of course, so what for we need choil? That's one thing. Now I will stick here some short video which will be turned on my screen on my personal computer, and you will see some short video about two knives made by A&V. It's Spelter and compact M311 compact, which should be the same knife scaled down, but the point for this video is the bigger one, or about 5 inches, got a choil which works, and the short version got just, for me, big choil, which we consider as a sharpening choil. It doesn't work as a choil in that way we will talk today. So that's one thing. So many companies do something like they scaled down or maybe up some favorite knife, and they say, okay, let's make it bigger for bigger use or these tasks, or someone for let's scale it down, like let's say Tops did it with the trackers, the 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So these scaling down or up doesn't usually work as the original, usually because somebody says, oh, I like the knife, so let's make it bigger or let's make it shorter. Yes, it doesn't work always. And there will be a second knife which I guess Phobos, lots of Phoboses again, by company, I forget the name, is from Spain anyway. So nice design, knife design, everything. But they'll see not only about the choil, what I say on that video, but so many holes in that guard and on the top where the thumb rests, and of course the handle. So three holes for a relatively short blade, 5.5 inch on blade. So you're gonna see it now, and then we will carry on here. So here we have that A&V M311 Spelter and M311 Compact made by A&V company. So the top one is that the original, let's say, the big one, but the big one means about 5 inches blade, and the compact version should be the compact, so they scaled it down a little bit. I was surprised that the shorter version is not that really short, especially not on the blade side. It's about 1 centimeter, so about 0.4 of an inch shorter on a blade. But I dare to say on blade maybe, but not on that edge. That's a point of this why I do this one. So the scaling down is not really what we want to, or what always doesn't work. I haven't had any of these two knives in my hand, but I saw many videos about those, and on the top one, original version, there were mostly positive videos, positive saying everything. That's great. But on the other side, on the short version, which said, okay, that could be nice because it's more compact, so more people could carry it, let's say as an EDC or something like that. It's about over 11 centimeters blade, so 4.5, almost 4.7 inches on the blade, so it's not that short anyway, but it doesn't matter. So that wasn't those ratings were not as high or as plus, I would say, as for the original version or the big one. I won't talk about it. You can find many videos about that. The point of my video is they talk usually this choil. You see that? This is the original choil, and it works like a choil. This is, I guess, about 2 centimeters, so point about 8 of an inch just by eye. You can see videos where they really use it, and because I got knives with different choils, so I can somehow say how wide the choil is. So I dare to say about 2 centimeters, so which is point 0.8 of an inch, something like that. And on that short version, you see that they took that choil here, they made it like a sharpening choil, let's say. They keep it here. For me, it's too big for as a sharpening choil, and that's the point of this video. So this one can serve me, and it's all right. This one is too long. Imagine your index is somewhere here, and before you go here and you start to cut something here, definitely not on the corner. So this is wasting area. So as small the sharpening choil here is, the better, or actually longer, the real edge you could have. So that's one from the important things. I don't want to talk about the handle, why they scale it down a little bit much or too much, as they said. That's not important. Now important is this is too far, and the choil doesn't work as a choil here. Yes, and as I mentioned, this blade in general is shorter just about 1 centimeter, guys. That's about 0.4 of an inch. So that's really, see that? That's really just like that. That's not really much. And the second thing I want to say, this one, we got Hydra Phobos. This is, I guess, Spain company. Hydra Knives Phobos, another Phobos. There is a logo on it. Here you see that saying Hydra Knives. It may be hard to see, but anyway. So nice blade design, relatively nice price. Sleipner steel, doesn't matter, about 13 centimeters or 13.5 blade, so over 5 inches blade, so a bit longer than that spelter. What I want to say here, kind of weird designs about this one. Now we've got plenty of holes here, of course, here for lashing. Here it's all right, we can understand. Here, I don't know why. This just take some weight of it. We can see now many. So we see generally so many knives got simply holes in there. Somewhere on the blade, there are some fullers or grooving, and I don't know. So it's especially on carbon steels. It's something nice for rust. Anyway, what I want to say, we got long sharpening choil here too. Our index ends here, and we've got this portion distance before I even touch the something I slice. This is a combat knife, or mostly used as a combat knife, so I do understand if that's made just for, let's say, stabbing. I would say that this is, and just sometimes occasionally cutting or slashing. So it doesn't work like utility or survival and these things. Like, by the way, for 0.19 blade and thickness 5 millimeters, so definitely not thin blade. So we know daggers could be thinner, more suitable for piercing, and definitely lighter. This knife is not light. I don't know the weight exactly, but it's really heavy for the size. It's definitely over 12 ounces, over 300 grams. So for the 13 centimeters, over 5 inches blade is quite long. So this invention, this one, there was, I guess, Emerson, Extreme Ratio did it as a first time, or Fox company, I guess some of those made this one for the first, so we can lash it here, attach the some lashing here, some cordage, put it there, and make kind of D-guard, which helps us when we want to chop with that. I don't know why this one should be there, because if that is not mentioned as a survival knife or something like this one. So we want probably to stick it on a stick and make a spear out of it or something like that. So this is for me wasting that. So anyway, it prolongs that. And what's the problem here? So this is kind of tip. So I can't even rest my index here. It will be very uncomfortable, and maybe that this one will be a problem for my thumb go over and just grab it and use it like for some kindlings and these things. If I have to use the knife for some kind of, let's say, surviving, I mean, for make kindlings and do simply make a fire out of that. So this is really strictly for that. But why I mentioned that is just this is not only on this knife. So these sharp corners, which not allows us to rest comfortable, or maybe even 0% our index here, to use it as a kind of choil, makes it even worse for me. So let's go back to the original video. So that's one thing. So what I've said there, back to the point, what for we've got a choil. Of course, the main purpose is, and doesn't matter if the knife or machete or whatever we have is we can work with finer tasks, or with more delicate with the blade. That's the point for what is there. So I got this tops machete .170, my favorite machete, small one. This is built in. This one was there. This is the original, and it's 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters, let's say, long. So my index will rest there very easy. It's not too deep. It's kind of mid, because see, the deepest point is only here, and then generally the the grooving is kind of shallow. So when I rest there, it's not that it's not that big problem. But anyway, see, it's not coincidence that the choil is there where I usually rest my thumb on it, over that, and there is a point of balance. So I can wield this 12, I guess, or 11 inches, no, 10, sorry, 10 inches blade, long enough. So, of course, then we say, okay, we understand what for is on that, let's say, bigger and longer blades. Yes, but without that, if you see my cold steel Gurkha Kukri Plus, I've made a couple of addings, some changes there, and one of that was that I've changed the kind of, there was a start blade from the guard. I don't have it here, sorry, from the guard. I will put it here. Imagine that this is that cold steel kukri. There is a guard on the plus version, and there were sharpening choil and the blade, just blade. So I do that, rounded that, so I can rest there and I can use it as a choil. So I lost about 2 centimeters of the real edge, but in reality, in that 600 grams weight, also a heavy knife with 12 inches blade, which is about that, this portion, this is 2 centimeters, these are 2 centimeters, this portion doesn't make any sense that I want carve with something, especially on the 8 millimeters, guys, over 4, on 1/4 of an inch thick blade. I haven't lost any of that carving ability because I haven't used that portion before. Because for what? It was impractical. It was impractical. It was too thick, even with the secondary bevel that was really high. So I couldn't even carve. And I would, if I would do that, I had to put it really into some like designated area carefully to use that portion of the blade. Why? So I've changed that. So it's there like it's there like now, and then I grab it because there is the guard like here. So I got a guard in between these two fingers, so I can use it and I can carve with that more easy. There wasn't the choil, is there now. It helps there, of course. It wasn't there, it's there. It's there now. That's why we use normally. That's why we work with the choil. So the choil is it's made to use the knife more precisely. That's on machete. Precisely, that may be the best word for it. More precisely. So the question is it only the big knife or heavy knife where I want to use the knife precisely? Really? Somebody says, okay, I don't like it there. I got it. Let's say I got a Spyderco here. There is no any sharpening choil. There is this kind of ricasso. And see that this one. See that it's not. It wasn't probably mentioned that. I don't know. Maybe it was. I can grab it there. I am slightly over that, and there is some kind of grooving here. And with the thumb, which should be rested here, I can use it like that. But the original gripping for the knife is like this one, right? Why I do that? Am I crazy or what? No, because it's normal. If we want to do some delicate thing, I want to do it in this way. Grab this one, let's say, and do this one. It doesn't mean if I got a knife, I'll always poke to somebody and that's it. So hold it in this kind of secure position, right? So we want to do it in this way. Otherwise, why Spyderco did it here or and another their models? Why is the choil is designated here? Yeah, the blade could be 5 millimeters. Real edge should be 5 millimeters more longer than maybe 4, maybe a bit less. Okay, what I get when I will cut here this one. Okay, I will be a bit closer, which will be all right. But now I got a choice. I can be here, but if I need to use the knife for slashing, let's say in self-defense situation, or hold it for this stabbing, poking, and these things, I can hold it in this way, and I got still this one. Do I lose some reach with that? No. If there will be few millimeters more edge, okay, so why do slash? What it helps? Where it helps? Usually when we use the knife, try find it for yourself. When you use the knife, how long portion do you of the edge really use for cutting, slicing? I mean, a standard way when you do, let's say, stand pack sticks. What do we do? Not talking about kitchen knives and these things. Why? Because usually our kitchen knives are much longer. Why? Because you wanna have long way how to slice, or even cutting bread, pieces of meat, and whatever these things. Yes, there are small knives for dedicated task. These this is actually that size of small kitchen knife, or this. This is 5 inches blade, so absolutely all right. As a length for the kitchen knife, you can do pretty much everything with that in your kitchen, right? So that's why, because here. That's why if we got, let's say, three or up to 4 inches blade, I mean this portion for when we usually do carving with this one, it's enough. So if the knife is longer than that, we usually don't do, if we take a knife and do these slices, so we use all the blade. Let's say you got 10 pegs and you want to make a tip on it or something like that. We usually don't do these long slices. We usually do it in this way, right? Just try naturally. If somebody say, I can say, yeah, I can do that, of course. But do we really do it in normal way? Probably not. Most of us know. I've tried it. I was surprised because I like longer blade. I said, okay, I don't need it. I don't need it for these things. Anyway, so here it is. One from the famous CVV model. Very thin, very slicey. Again, the same. Why this one? It's very, because I want to go here and I want to do these delicate things. One from the first floor, as a Vorax Florian knives. Vorax, I don't even know if this company even exists. USA 154 cm, one from my earliest knife, 154 cm. It was long time somewhere in my workshop. Then I realized, okay, I can resharpen it and I will make it again, workable. Why I bought this knife? I like it, the sharpen, the choil. See how generous is that? It's a really big one. Why? Because I got a reach. So that's the point. I got a reach of longer knife, but I can work as in delicate as with some small. What is it? What is it I'm losing? This is the portion of blade I usually need for the slicing. And if I lose something here, let's say, I don't know, 1 centimeter, 1.2 centimeter of that. If I want to really use it, I have to concentrate it that there is a point if that choil is not made for this one, so it is not proper choil, and on the other hand is too big sharpening choil. Actually, I don't have probably here one, and it is on that video on that Spelter compact, sorry, M311 compact. There is the sharpening choil is too big. Sometimes when we grab it naturally and we want to slice, then the choil is not too long to help us for the grip, but it's too big. It grabs the thing we want to cut for first, then we have to go over that and then we slice. So it could be like minus downside for the knife. Big sharpening finger choil for me is wasting of steel, not the real sharpening choil. Sorry, sharpening. Sorry, not the real finger choil. Big sharpening choil is. So this is the thing. Another point is we don't really need a choil on that. There is. Okay, I want to say I will show you one thing more. This is very old zero tolerance 011 0001, sorry, 001. This is the first, I think, the first production knife made of CPM 3D. It's changed. So see how I made a kind of, this is sharpening choil, but it's actually I mentioned that as a finger choil like this one. Even this is a guard, of course, and this one. But imagine this portion, this edge now. This is the edge. Was dull. It was really dull. I mentioned it in another video. It was like where those grinding meets, but the meeting of the grinding was too long. So the portion here, this one was dull, simply for the look. So I had to change it, and I made that. It was just like probably like that from about this one towards the handle. That was dull. It wasn't possible to, and there was a mass of the steel. So I've changed that. So this is all right. It works as a finger choil now. There is a steel guard, and I got about 1 centimeter more of the real cutting edge. But I forget this one. This Entrek Bravo got this long. Okay. Can we call this one as a guard? I said, no, this is not a guard. This is just grooving, nice grooving for my finger. So this is another way how to make kind of, guard. And I got this long flat portion, which I say, okay, what about if I use it in this way? No problems. It's thick enough, 1/4 of an inch, and long enough with this is nice sharpening choil, about 3-4 millimeters, which helps me when I grab this knife. I can use it as a choil, but there is not a real choil on the knife, so there doesn't need to be a real choil, if I can grab this knife in this way, and I still got kind of guard, which protects me against to slip when I stab something, slip towards the blade. So this is another way how to do that. This is excellent. We got knives, let's say Bradford Guardians 3 and 4, those originals. Now they got 3.2, 4.2 with some kind of small guard. We got this Blackjack 155, very nice small blade without any guard, again with the groove here. Nice, the handle is done like this one, so it protects me there, and I'm all right. And again, I don't need any guard on this knife, the first thing, because for that size I've got this one. And the second, it works like kind of finger choil. It's not finger choil, it's the handle, but I got the fingers close to the real edge as possible, allows me to work more precisely. Another thing, which this is kind of weird, is this Alaris. Okay, I got this one, but if I go over that, if I'm here, this is too long. It's what is kind of weight on this knife. This is not about the distance only from this point to this point, but I have to go down. So when you carve, and if you carve this way, it's kind of carving like with an axe, where you got forward blade. So it's kind of weird. I don't know how to say that. You have to go into it, and then it will sit down. So this is of course the way, and I'm right now. Another way with that, cold steel. Again, same problem. See, imagine if you want to cut with this, and you got your edge here. This is too long. It's 1 inch. I got this one, and now I'm absolutely fine. Was it mentioned like that? Maybe yes, maybe it was like that. But there is no a choil as a choil designated, but it works as that, and I want to use it in this way. So that's why I'm glad. So it doesn't mean there should be a designated choil, only something I can grab the knife in this way. This is another thing a bit different. I got a guard which is straight, which is not normal today, relatively thick, 6 millimeters, and rounded. Allows me, again, sit on that, and this guard is short enough. I can go over that with my thumb, so I can rest here, and I can rest here. Was this one mentioned for that? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. But this is all right. This is another way. So this is kind of a step over from that end track, where this part should be only flat. This one makes really guard. If there will be any kind of tip, like was on that what I showed you there on the Phobos, then it will be not nice, because I will stick somewhere here, which will be on another knife. Another thing is, let's say these all cold steels, got it. So all these models got nice finger choil, I would say that. I'm here nicely, but the guard on the other side was too long, so it won't help, even it was like downside for that thumb go over that. So my thumb rested here. Not now, because I took it off, and it's fine, and I've got still the guard there. Cold steels, Recon Scout got it, the same. Too long guard for that. If there is the grooving, so there's the choil for that, and I'm not sure if that their Trailmaster too. So anyway, the long guard on the for the other side, it doesn't help if it's too long, but depend of preferences, of course. If you want a combat knife, you want to have some real big long guard on this other side, because you want to use it for, I don't know, zombies or kill bears, then it could be all right. But that kind of guard is absolutely all right when I have to stab something, let's say kill an animal, and have it here. That I'm pretty much sure that only this one will be all right. If this one will be another shortened, so this one will be absolutely fine for that. So the one from that knife, this distance from here to the real edge is about what I want as a maximum from my index to the real edge, to use it as a knife. Because if that distance will be longer, it will be not comfortable. It's like, we want to start as far as we go, then of course the angle is too awkward. So for somebody could be this one the reason I don't want to have that choil there, because when I want to start and I want to grab it like nature normally, like, sorry, where is the borax, sorry, like here, if I want to grab this knife and I want to use it in this way, then it's weird, absolutely. But why? Because I can grab it here, I'm absolutely fine. So why not use that? So the point of this this should be, it doesn't need to be finger choil. It could be flat area, or it could be even guard. If it is long enough, the better around it, and of course not so thin, because otherwise it will work kind of like edge against uh, our index. So this one, the guards, different guards, of course, this is another way. This is I believe so I've been bitten by this one, so for my index. So this is about 15 millimeters, I guess. So I'm there. If this is deep enough, so that could be all right, but I have to be careful. So I dulled this one a little bit, which I don't do normally. So this is absolutely all right. So those guards, as I said, if it's crossed guard or this kind of guard, that this is the holes, what I've said, this is all right. This, but if that should be, or if there will be kind of ramp for my thumb, and there will be hole in even there. I don't know what for. Okay. So that's generally what I want to say. uh, Different kind of guards. This is another guard. This is guard. It's small knife, so this is relatively long distance, I would say. The sharpening choil could be shorter. I will be better, but that will be still all right. So I'm all right with that, because the knife is light and short. I don't want to go forward that much. It's not comfortable, simply because there is this is too sharp, and yeah, it's mentioned to be that. I'm all right with that, but this is the guard I don't want for on the knife, which I was intention to use it in this way, like kind of choil, finger choil. All those recons, very famous cold steel folders, got it. So see how far the blade is, really, and there was a dull spot, even so the blade or the real edge doesn't start after that sharpening tool, but it's a little bit higher, even so. That's too long for cutting. Start to do this one. This is a really awkward position to start. If I can move it here, that's absolutely fine. And everybody, I said everybody who have to use it in this way, probably say, okay, yeah, that's that the grip. It's safe, and it's more for these dedicated tasks. That's what choil is for. I got a few drawings what I did. Dangerous finger choils, I would say. The point is only this one is U-shaped. This one is U-shaped, and it's too short. So when the choil, this is the one. If this is too short, so I can be bitten by this one. I could be bitten. I could be bitten. Sorry, I could be bitten by this one. This is all right. So that's why it's there. And of course, another one is when it's kind of this one. That's the second. This one. The red spot here. And also here is this one. So if this one is short, or it's not short, it's like so, but this is too shallow, so I can still touch it with my index. This is all right. Because see, I got 2-3 millimeters spare. And important is, if I grab the knife, I put it there, so I press. One from those examples of like kind of unsafe knives for that to grabbing in this way is, let's say, this one, Emerson Commander Cooperation 0620. When I grab this one, this angle, let my index fall down exactly on this spot, which is very sharp. So this is not exactly what I want. So this knife is not made for that. I know it, so it doesn't mean I of course understand what is purpose of the knife. So there will be British commando dagger, so I don't want to put it there. You know what I mean. But in general use, for me, the finger choil is plus in general. It doesn't mean everything always, but I like it. That's my point of view of that. So thank you very much. If you got any comments to that, give me some examples of real knives or how to use that. Why to have a choil there, or why not to have a choil there? I'm really waiting for your experience because I'm still learning, guys. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye.